Are you ready to start making spring wreaths? Today we are making a wreath that's called a woodland ruffle or a cruffle, whatever you want to call it. I call it absolute stunning. I love how this wreath came out, my friends. Hello everyone and welcome to DIY with Nadia. My sidekick today is my sweet Louie. As you can see, he got a little haircut and I think they went a little short on the face, but that's still my sweetness, Louie. In today's video, we are going to go step by step and make a beautiful cruffle spring wreath. Let's go over the supplies for this wreath. I'm going to be using 2 rolls of Deco mesh that's 10 inches in width and 10 yards in length. For ribbon, I'm just going to use one. This is a 1.5 inch wired ribbon. We're going to need pipe cleaners, of course. A beautiful sign for the center. This is a metal sign I got from Temu. I love the fact that the edges are folded in the back. And of course, I have 2 little holes to attach the sign to the wreath. And for my wreath base, I'm going to be using a 14-inch metal wreath form. For decor, I dug up some spring flowers from the DollarTree. Look at how gorgeous these are. But I also have some leftover ones from previous projects. Basically, the little endings from these. We're going to use these, and these are going to be a beautiful touch throughout the wreath. When it comes to the Deco mesh, we're going to need a total of 30 pieces at 20 to 22 inches in length. If you're using 3 types of Deco mesh, you would do 10 of each at 20 to 22 inches each. I'm going to be doing 15 of each color. I'm going to move this cuteness to the side. Maybe we'll move them this way so I can do the length. Sorry, Rocky. Okay, 10 yards is 360 inches. If we divide that by the 15 pieces I need, I can definitely easily do 22 inches. I'm going to cut my Deco mesh into 22 inches because, well, why not if you are able to do that? By the way, this rotary cutter is my favorite. It comes in so many fun colors. It does have a little lock right here. Just push it back to use it again. I love this one. Now I'm just going to curl it up and put it in a laundry basket next to me. Off I go, cutting my Deco mesh into 22-inch strips, and I'm going to need 15 of this white one. My white Deco mesh is all cut up. Now we're going to do the pink one, and this guy didn't move a muscle. Same thing with my pink one. I'm going to be cutting it into 22-inch strips. Usually I go from down to up, but since this one's over here, I have to make sure he's safe. So I'm going from top to bottom, and it feels weird because I'm just not used to doing that. Next, I'm going to be cutting up my ribbon, and if you want, you can definitely use 2 different types of ribbon, but because I'm going to be adding florals throughout, I think my wreath is going to be busy enough. I'm going to zigzag my ribbon until I get 15 pieces. And to make dovetails on both sides, I'm just going to fold the corners and cut out a little triangle. Make sure you throw this away right away, especially if you have fur babies, because the little wire that's on the side sometimes can come off, and it's a tiny piece of the wire that can possibly get stuck in their paw. So I'm very careful and throw that away right away. We have our dovetails. I'm going to continue doing that until all my ribbon is cut up and we have dovetails on the sides. It's time to attach our cruffles. I have my 15 pieces of ribbon, which I'm going to attach to my pink cruffles. And of course, I have 15 pieces of the pink Deco mesh and 15 pieces of the white. We have 30 pieces of Deco mesh. Divide that by the 6 sections in our wreath base. That's going to give us 5 pieces of Deco mesh in each section. Since we have 2 colors, we are just going to go every other color as we're attaching. Let's grab our pipe cleaners. Then I'm going to grab a clamp. You can use whatever clamp you have on hand. You can even use a clothespin for this. Usually I cut my pipe cleaners in half, but today I'm going to grab them, fold them in half in a little V, and we're going to leave the tails as we're attaching. We're going to start our Cruffle or Woodland Ruffle by curling our Deco mesh 2 to 3 times on one end, and I like to keep my curls 1 to maximum 1.5 inches. Curl it a few times, move it away, and then start curling the other side. So 1, 2, 3, even 4. Bring this together. Let's remove our clamp. Squeeze the center. Now I'm going to take a piece of the yellow ribbon, collect it in the center, and as you saw, I just put it on my cutting mat and I know where the center is. Place it in the center of our Cruffle. Grab a pipe cleaner, and now we're going to make this pop a little bit by pulling the Deco mesh forward or the Cruffle forward and our pipe cleaners back. Give it a twist or 2, and that's it. Now let's make a white Cruffle, and we're doing the exact same thing. 1, 2, 3 curls, or maybe 4. Clamp it, push it back. 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 curls. For some reason I want to do 4. This Deco mesh does have foiling, but I didn't use my heating tool, so I want to make sure that it's nice and secure. And since we did 22 inches, I'm sure the Cruffles will be just fine. As you can see, my Cruffle is straight. Now we're going to push it forward, 2 twists in the back, and there we go. Look at the difference of the Cruffle when it was straight and when I pushed it back. It gives it a nice pop. I'm going to go ahead and continue making all my Cruffles, and then we're going to attach them to our wreath base. If you're going to use 2 types of ribbon, what I do in that case is attach one ribbon with one ribbon bundle and then the other one with the other. Let's bring it together. The only reason I'm not using a second ribbon in today's wreath is because we are going to have a lot of that greenery that's going to go in between our Deco mesh. So I thought it would be just fine to have one ribbon that's going to give us a pop of that yellow. Let's bring a few of these together and take a look what the wreath is going to look like. I think it's going to be pretty, my friends. Now it's time to attach our Cruffles, and the first thing I'm going to do is flip my wreath base over so it looks like a little plate because it's easier to attach these from the back. I'm going to be attaching on rows 1 and 2 because our sign is a little bit on the small side, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 1 twist in the back, then I'm going to bring my pipe cleaners over to the front, and I'm going to do 2 twists in the front. That's because we might be attaching something to our pipe cleaners, so I'm going to leave them as is. Let's attach my next Cruffle, and of course we're going to do 1 twist in the back, then I'm going to bring my pipe cleaners to the front, 2 twists in the front. The reason I'm attaching to both rows 1 and 2 is it's going to keep my Cruffles stable. And of course, we're going to go every other color as I'm going along. I'm done with one section. This is what it looks like so far. Now I'm halfway through. I love how beautiful and full this wreath is. Our wreath base is absolutely beautiful. Now we're going to spice it up a little bit. Let's start off with attaching the sign. I'm going to make sure all of that ribbon, we don't have much of it, but whatever we have, make sure it's off to the side. We don't need too much of the Cruffles down here. Let's bring them up a little bit. Make a little spot for our sign. Let's get it ready. I'm going to cut my floral wire into 12-inch strips. Of course, I'm going to need 2. I like to tie my floral wire nice and tight to the actual sign. Now that the floral wire is attached, flip. 1 twist on this side, 1 twist on the other side. The sign is on. I'm bringing in the florals, and I'm going to use 6 to start off with. Let's remove the tags. Each one of these bundles has 4 little stems, so I'm just going to open them up and spread them out. And then I'm going to go at the connection and fold it down a little bit, maybe not that much. Going to go up between rows 3 and 4 and down between rows 1 and 2 and kind of hook this in place. Just like this. Then I'm going to grab a zip tie and I'm going to zip tie it right to the intersection on row 2. That way it's going to be nice and secure. And then the nub I'm going to face down. It's going to be sticking out nicely on the outside, and don't forget we're still going to bring some greenery towards the inside. So I'm going to go ahead and attach 5 more to each intersection of the wreath. My friends, this turned out stunning. I just kept on going, added some greens, some yellows, more of the lilac pieces. Absolutely stunning, and I cannot wait to put it on my front door. I hope you enjoyed this wreath tutorial. For more, don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, hit that thumbs up button. Thank you so much for being with us, and we will see you in our next video, my friends. Bye, everyone. Mwah! We said you go, baby.